Welcome and thank you for joining us today. I'm here on behalf of Neybor Consulting, where we help businesses enter and grow in the federal marketplace. Government contracting is a $400 billion plus annual market, yet most new entrants stumble over the same handful of myths. Today we're going to take on the 5 biggest misconceptions in government contracting. For each one, I'll show you what people commonly believe, what the reality actually is, and what successful contractors do differently. By the end of this session, you'll have a clearer, more practical picture of how to compete and win. Here's our roadmap for today. We'll debunk 5 persistent myths. First, that the lowest price always wins. Second, that government contracts are easy, passive money. Third, that you need years of federal experience before you can bid. Fourth, that winning a contract guarantees profit. And fifth, that you should only bid when you're almost certain to win. Every one of these sounds plausible. That's exactly why they're so common. And each one of them costs real businesses real money every year. Let's take them one at a time. Misconception number 1. The lowest price always wins. The myth says winning is simple. Just undercut everyone else. The reality is that the federal government is not looking for the cheapest contractor. It is looking for the best value for taxpayers. Agencies weigh technical capability, past performance, management approach, staffing, schedule, and risk alongside price. There are 2 broad evaluation approaches you need to know. The first is lowest price technically acceptable, or LPTA. Proposals are screened for technical acceptability, and then the lowest priced acceptable offer generally wins. That model fits well-defined requirements like commodities or standardized services. The second is the best value trade-off, which governs most professional service contracts. Here, the agency may deliberately select a more expensive proposal if it offers significant technical advantages or lower performance risk. The mistake new contractors make is assuming everything is LPTA. Most service work simply isn't. So what do evaluators actually weigh? This chart shows an illustrative weighting for a best value service acquisition. Notice that the technical approach, past performance, and management factors together far outweigh price. The exact weights vary by solicitation, which is why you should always read Section M of every RFP. But in many service acquisitions, the non-price factors combined are stated to be significantly more important than price. Now here's the part that surprises people. Pricing too low can actively hurt you. When a bid comes in far below the government's estimate, contracting officers start asking questions. Does this contractor understand the scope? Are the labor hours underestimated? Will quality suffer? Will they come back later asking for modifications? Is the performance risk too high? In some cases, an unrealistically low price is read as evidence of inexperience. Consider this example. An engineering firm bids higher than its competitor, but offers a stronger project team, more experienced personnel, and tighter quality control. The agency pays more and gets better value over the life of the contract. The winning question is never how do I bid the lowest, it's how do I offer the best solution at a sustainable, justified price. Misconception number 2. Government contracts are easy money or even passive income. The myth goes like this: register in SAM, Gov, win a contract, and the checks just start arriving. The reality is that government contracting is one of the most structured and compliance-driven business environments in the world. Award day is the beginning of your obligations, not the end. Look at what an award actually kicks off: contract administration, quality assurance, schedule and deliverable tracking, compliance reporting, invoicing with full labor documentation, security requirements where they apply, contract modifications, and subcontractor management. Every one of those takes time, systems, and experienced people, and it continues for the life of the contract. And the stakes are real. Failure to comply can delay your payments, damage your performance ratings, or in the worst case, end the contract altogether. The second half of this myth is the idea that registering in SAM, Gov is enough to start receiving opportunities. In reality, SAM, Gov is a doorway, not a marketing plan. Agencies rarely come looking for you. Successful contractors run a genuine business development engine. This chart shows an illustrative breakdown of where that effort goes: preparing proposals and responding to sources sought notices, researching opportunities and monitoring procurement forecasts, building relationships with agency buyers and prime contractors, attending industry days, and maintaining capability statements and proposal libraries. Now, there is one great advantage worth naming. The federal government is a dependable customer with a strong record of paying valid invoices. Reliable revenue is real. But reliable revenue is not the same as easy revenue. Government contracting rewards disciplined businesses that deliver quality work, manage compliance, and maintain strong customer relationships. Think of it as enterprise business development, not passive investing. Misconception number 3, and this is perhaps the most discouraging myth of all, that you need years of government experience before you can bid. Here's the truth. Every successful government contractor won a first contract at some point. Most solicitations require relevant experience, not necessarily federal experience. Commercial work counts when it demonstrates your ability to perform similar work. Look at how this translates in practice. A commercial accounting firm can compete for federal financial management services. A healthcare training company can qualify for government training contracts. An IT consultancy can leverage its private sector cybersecurity projects to support agency cybersecurity needs. The test is simple. Can you demonstrate that the work you've done is comparable in scope, complexity, and relevance to what the agency is buying? If so, you're further along than you think. So how do you actually get in without a federal track record? Here's the proven path. Step 1. Subcontract under an established prime contractor. You'll learn government procedures, build federal past performance, and develop agency relationships, all with dramatically lower barriers to entry. Step 2. Win small prime contracts. Many new businesses chase only the large, high-dollar procurements. Experienced contractors do the opposite because small wins are how you get on the board. Step 3. Bank that past performance. Positive CPARS evaluations and strong customer references become your most powerful sales asset. And step 4, with a track record in hand, compete credibly for much larger opportunities. One more thing worth knowing, agencies want new vendors. The federal government sets goals for awarding contracts to small businesses, and agencies actively run industry days, vendor matchmaking events, and sources sought notices to expand their supplier base. The government is not looking only for established contractors, it is looking for capable ones. Misconception number 4. Once you win a contract, you're guaranteed profits. Let's look at where a $5 million contract actually goes. In this illustrative example, labor consumes $2.6 million. Materials and equipment take another $900,000. Overhead, your facilities, systems, and indirect staff take $750,000. Subcontractors and other costs take $450,000 more. What's left is $300,000, a 6% margin, which is typical for services work. So a $5 million win is not $5 million earned. It's what's left after every single cost is managed well. And here's the sobering part. Even a small estimating error on labor hours, schedule delays, inflation, or scope changes can erase that entire margin. Profitability is not awarded with the contract, it's earned in execution. Why do winning contractors sometimes lose money? Often it starts with underpricing, and it follows a predictable spiral. A company buys the win with an unrealistically low price. Then it discovers it can't actually deliver the work at that price. Margins vanish, cash flow tightens, and employees burn out. Quality slips, which leads to disputes and negative performance evaluations. And that leaves the company weaker in every future competition. Winning the wrong contract at the wrong price can damage a business far more than losing it. The counter to this spiral is disciplined contract management. Remember this line: proposal writing wins contracts, but project management generates profits. Profitable contractors track budgets and labor against the baseline, control schedule and risk proactively, invoice on time with full documentation, manage change orders with discipline, and communicate candidly with the client. And there's a compounding effect. Performance today creates tomorrow's opportunities. Quality delivery turns into strong past performance, repeat business, task orders, and a better competitive position. Think portfolio, not one-off payday. Our final misconception: you should only bid when you're almost certain to win. The myth says that unless the award is nearly guaranteed, a proposal is wasted effort. The irony is that this mindset delays the very experience a company needs to become competitive. Look at what a healthy pipeline actually looks like over an illustrative year. 20 qualified opportunities tracked, 12 pursued after a disciplined bid/no-bid review, 8 proposals submitted, and 2 to 3 awards won. Notice that most pursuits do not end in a win, and the pipeline still works. That's because government contracting is rarely won through a single proposal. It's built through a steady flow of well-qualified pursuits, continuous learning, and steadily improving competitiveness. And the bids you lose still feed the engine through experience, debrief insights, and sharper pricing on the next round. Now, none of this means you should bid on everything. Successful contractors apply a disciplined bid/no-bid process built on 6 questions. Do we understand the requirements? Can we perform successfully? Do we have sufficient staffing? Is the opportunity financially attractive? Does it align with our long-term strategy? And can we submit a compliant, high-quality proposal? If you can answer yes to all 6, the pursuit may be worth it, even when the probability of winning is modest. And when you don't win, don't walk away empty-handed. Request a debriefing. Agencies often explain the strengths and weaknesses of your proposal, subject to procurement rules, and few forms of business feedback are as structured and actionable. A good debrief tells you where your technical detail fell short, how your pricing was perceived, what the evaluators saw as weaknesses and strengths, what differentiated the winner, and how to organize a stronger proposal next time. Lose the bid, keep the lesson. Let's bring it all together. 5 myths, 5 working truths. 1. Price is one factor, not the factor. Compete on best value. With strong technical merit, low risk, and sustainable pricing you can justify. 2. Government revenue is reliable, but it is earned actively. Treat this market as enterprise business development with compliance that never stops. 3. Relevant experience opens the door. Translate your commercial track record, start as a subcontractor, and let small wins build your federal reputation. 4. Execution is what turns revenue into profit. Estimate honestly, price sustainably, and manage every contract with discipline. And 5. Build a pipeline, not a lottery ticket. Bid strategically, request every debriefing, and get sharper with each submission. Companies that internalize these 5 truths consistently outperform those chasing shortcuts. Everything we covered today, evaluation strategy, compliance readiness, market entry, pricing, and pipeline discipline, is exactly what we do at Neybor Consulting every day for businesses at every stage of their federal journey. If you'd like help applying any of this to your own business, we'd love to talk. Visit neyborconsulting.com to book a consultation. We'll look at where you are today, identify your fastest path to winning federal work, and build a plan to get you there. Thank you for your time. And remember, the government isn't looking for the cheapest contractor or the oldest one. It's looking for a capable one. That can be you.